Hello YouTube, this is Way Too Long, coach of the FC Seviper 04, bringing you week number 3 of the PFL, the craziest Pokemon Draft League in the world because we are Ubers. And in this very week we face Z-Man, coach of the DreamStreet Darkrai. And this week I got something very new for you, a pre-game team review, so you can see all my hopes and dreams I have for the match before they get completely turned over and I have to do something different in the match. And we are now like 1 hour before we start the battle, so let's jump right into the team review. Up first we have Ährwin, the Darmanitan, making its debut for the FC Seviper 04 in this season, holding the Insect Plate, not the Choice Scarf. We hope we can bluff the Choice Scarf in the match with Sheer Force, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Fair Blitz and U-Turn, 252 EVs in attack, 4 in defense and 252 EVs in speed. Up next we have another Pokemon that makes the debut for our team in this season. It is Pastafari, the Tangrowth, holding the Assault Vest with the Regenerator ability with Giga Drain, Knockoff, Poison Jab, and like Darmanitan, Earthquake. We have 2048 EVs in HP, 252 in attack so we can hit really hard, and 8 in special attack to give a little power up for the Giga Drain. Then we have, with the comeback from week 1, Guacamole, the Excadrill, holding the leftovers this time. It's not Sandrush, it's Mobreaker with Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Toxic and Substitute, 248 EVs in HP, 8 in attack and 252 in special defense with the Careful Nature. And Guacamole is mainly here to take on the Mega Sableye on the other side, because with Mobreaker we can basically ignore the Magic Bounce, Toxic the Mega Sableye before it can set up. We can set up Stealth Rocks, we can set up a Substitute in case it wants to burn us, and then finish it with Earthquake. Then we have the current MVP of our team, Basketball, the Mega Magnetic, coming in for the 3rd week in a row, with, of course, with the Intimidate ability of Thunderbolt and Flamethrower like every week so far. Also Signal Beam and Hidden Power Water, because we need something to deal with the Rhyperior. 252 in special attack, 4 in special defense and 252 in speed with Timid Nature. Then also for the 3rd week in a row, still hoping for her breakthrough, we have Artifact the Xatu. And this Xatu is mainly here to take on the Galvantula on the other side. That's why it has the Wacken Berry, so it can take at least 1 Thunder, Magic Bounce back the Sticky Web if we get lucky. We then have Heat Wave, which will do massive damage to the Galvantula, Roost, Air Slash, and I said Heat Wave does a lot of damage to Galvantula, but it's not quite enough to kill it. So, and it also can have Focus Sash, I am aware of that. So for that very case, we have, even though we are Timid Nature, we have Quick Attack, which does at least 10% to like a normal Galvantula. So if Heat Wave goes off, we get a really high roll or a mid roll, and it hangs on like 10%. We get a Quick Attack off and get a surprise kill on the Galvantula with Artifact. This is our plan for this week. I hope Artifact can somehow make it work, or I can make it work, but it's not Artifact's fault if it fails. It's always my fault. It gets crit by Keldeo. It has to be Death Fodder for Hyper Voice of Mega Gardevoir. So hopefully this week Artifact will have her time to shine. And last but not least, from last week, did a really good job. We have Jocelyn, the Granbull, holding the Cabia Berry to take off like a Sludge Bomb from Gudra or a Sludge Wave. With Intimidate we have Earthquake, Play Rough, Heal Bell and Rock Tomb. 252 EVs in attack, 252 in special defense, and 4 EVs in speed. This is our team for this week's match against Cement and the DreamStreet Darkrai. So, and let's jump right into the match. And here we are in the match, and as you can see, our opponent brings Aegislash, Gudra, Azelf, Virizion, Clefable and the Mega Sableye. No Garventula, sorry Xatu. And I decided to lead with Darmanitan as he leads with Azelf. And probably fearing the U-turn, the scarfed U-turn, Azelf switches out into Gudra. It does take the U-turn, but we got a good chunk of damage off, and we see that it's gooey, so we know it's not Seviper. As I bring in my fairy type, of course, Jocelyn, because she can take the Sludge Bomb, if this Gudra has it. And Gudra switches out immediately back into Azelf. And it has to take a huge hit from Jocelyn with the Play Rough. Now switch out into Pastafari or Tangrowth, making his debut for the FC Seviper 04 in this season, as the Azelf gets to set up Stealth Rocks. And now knockoffs are Assault Vests, but the Azelf also dies to a knockoff from Pastafari. Then the Aegislash comes in, has to take an Earthquake, but unfortunately we activate the weakness policy, and the Aegislash goes for Sword Stance. Of course, so it's really powerful now, dangerous, but Tangrowth is a physical defensive monster, and as we see, Aegislash goes for the priority Shadow Sneak. It does like half, but Pastafari is able to live it, and thanks to the stance change, the defense of Aegislash is pretty low, and it cannot take the knockoff. And Pastafari gets 2 kills in a row, which is awesome for our new member. Now the Virizion comes in. As I switch into Jocelyn, get the Intimidate drop, but Virizion sets up a substitute, which will be very annoying. Then Virizion also goes for Sword Stance, as Jocelyn, as last week, misses a pretty important play rough, because now the Virizion is able to set up a second Sword Stance, so it's at 2.5 now. Now Jocelyn is able to break this up, but it will go down to a Leaf Bleed the next turn. And now I'm quite frightened now, because this Virizion could sweep me with the 2.5 attack boost. I try to sponge any hit going into Pastafari, but it goes for damn substitute again. I go for Poison Jab, break the substitute, but even with its super defense, Pastafari is not able to take the Sacred Sword, and also goes down to Virizion. Now we already lost 2 Pokemon to this damn Sword Stance Virizion, and I know this can't go on like this. I have to do something. So I bring an artifact. It takes Stealth Rocks damage. And now, this is the first really big moment of the match. As you could see at the beginning, Garventula wasn't brought, and this Xatu was just here to take on Garventula. So I thought it was not that valuable, but it has the Air Slash, it can take out Virizion, but Virizion is faster. So I did some calcs at that 2.5 attack boost. Virizion Leaf Blade will do like 70 to 83% to Xatu, and we are at 76. So all comes down to this roll. Can Artifact live it? I wasn't even sitting at this moment. I was standing in front of my screen, hoping, please live it, please live it, please live it, please live it, Artifact. But first we get the substitute again. The air slash does not miss, fortunately, and we break the sub for the third time in this match. Now the next turn, and we have the same prayer. Please live artifact, please live. The leaf blade comes, and we stop at 3%. Get the air slash off, kill this damn Ryzion. I was so happy at this moment, so happy. This roll was so deciding, so important. An artifact. After 2 matches where she couldn't do anything, now comes through, lifts this +3 leaf blade and kills this really big threat to our team. Now the Godra comes back in. I know artifact can't do much to this with all its attacks. It says like max 20% with an hit, any hit, psychic, air slash, and I can't switch out because of the rocks. So I decided to go for air slash, take some damage off the Godra, and artifact dies to a sludge bomb. She dies for the third match in a row, but this time it's not that bad since she came through. Now we have to take on the Godra, and now Gelman's coming in, the Dominator. We haven't seen you since the beginning. And here I know Flare Blitz will take out the Godra, and I can freely go for Flare Blitz. I could still bluff the Scarf since all of our opponents' Pokemon, Godra, Clefable and Sableye, are all slower than Darmanitan, so I could bluff that I'm choiced into the Flare Blitz. So Gelman comes through, kills the Godra and has to take the speed drop. Which isn't too bad, we still outspeed anything on our opponent's team. Now the Sableye comes back in. Or better, it's not back in, it comes in for the first time. We still have Excadrill for this. Excadrill didn't even hit the field so far in this match. But I decide to get as much damage off the Sableye as I can, as it Mega Evolves and has to take the Flare Witch, which does good 74%, a lot of damage. We also have to take weak coil, and we lift the Dark Pulse on 2%. Now Sableye is at 26%, Gelman or Darmanitan is at 3%. And now the second big moment of this match is here. Since at full health the Clefable is a big threat to both our remaining Pokemon, Excadrill and Mega Manectric. If this is an like Calm Mind Magic Guard set, Excadrill without Iron Head, and it doesn't have Iron Head, can't do shit to the Clefable. Also with Calm Mind, the special defense, the possible special defense buffs, since this is anyway the setup match, Mega Manectric won't be able to take it out, so I need Darmanitan to get a lot of damage off the Clefable. But if I go for Flare Blitz here and take out the Sableye, Gelman dies. Which is, like I said, it's a very big problem for us. But also Flare Blitz is the only move where killing the Sableye is guaranteed. We also have Rock Slide and Earthquake. But Earthquake does like 23 to 28% to the Sableye. So again, we have to rely on a roll. And again, I'm standing in front of my screen for the second time in this battle. We didn't even have much hacks in this game, just for one play rough miss. We just have rolls. This whole game is about rolls. So yet again, this time I don't have to pray, please live it, so just please kill it, Gelman. Please kill the Sableye. Earthquake goes off and we get the killing roll. the perfect killing roll, the second perfect roll in this match. Ährwin still lives at 2%, the Clefable comes in, Flareblitz takes it down to 4%, Ährwin takes itself out with a recoil. This monkey was on fire this match, just like Xatu. I would say MVP of this match is Ährwin, because he at least had 2 kills, but Xatu wasn't less important. And of course, for the end of this match we see another setup, the third setup in this match. We are against the DreamStreet Darkrai. Well, I don't know where the DreamStreet is, but I guess it's in Setup City. Now Leftovers brings it back to 10%, and even at the special defense buff, Basketball after Mega Evolving is able to take out the Clefable with the Thunderbolt, and that is game. The FC Seviper 04 takes this match 2-0. We are 3-0 now, leading our conference. We are on an even better way to the playoffs now in our very first Draft League season. Until then, I hope time will not be way too long. See you next time. Peace out.